Hey guys, it's Will from Potato Strong. I thought I'd show you how to make a tofu scramble. I've had this recipe on my website for probably a couple of years, but didn't actually get around to making a recipe video. Bonnie usually makes this for us, but it's really easy and it's so tasty. And there's lots of options, so I'll give you guys lots of options. So what I do is, which is similar to a lot of things when I make sauces or stir fries, is frying up the veggies. So in my case, I'm going to have onions. I got chopped onion and chopped red and green pepper. And if you watch any of my other videos, you know that I like to dry fry the onions now before I add any water to bring out the sugars and caramelize it a bit. And then I add the red and green pepper, put in a little bit of water. You can use veggie stock. And then I'm probably going to throw in a little bit of spinach, and that'll shrink up. So I've got my skillet here, and I'm just going to add in the onions right now. Give them a few minutes. So I just get the onions going a little bit in the skillet, and it's heated up already. And when you start to see it turn a little bit brown, I add some water. I've done videos on this, and then I'll add the green and red pepper. The other thing you're going to need is some tofu. So this is an extra firm block of tofu. I took it out of the package. I squeezed out some of the water that was in the package. And then if you want, it's not really, you can squeeze it. There's you have tofu presses. You can just put it in in paper towel here, like this, and just sort of press out some of the water. Some people put weights on it and squeeze it out for a while. The more water you get out, the more flavor it'll absorb from other things like the onions and green peppers. But I don't go crazy with squeezing out tons of water. So I just use a little bit of paper towel. And then I'll crumble it. You can do it right into the skillet when it's ready, after the veggies are softened. But for now, I'm just going to put this in a bowl, and that allows me to crumble it up. So I just use my hands, they're clean, and I just kind of break it up like this. Just kind of squeeze it, break up the big chunks. I know at first I didn't really like tofu. It had kind of a mushy or soft, or just I didn't like the flavor, but in this type of recipe, it's so good. It absorbs, you don't even, there's no tofu taste or soy taste. It's really amazing. So you can see here, it's just crumbled up. You can crumble up any of the big pieces and just leave that on the side until you're ready to add it to the veggies that are cooked, softened. Some people say that there's black salt and it gives it a more eggy taste. I haven't purchased that yet. We do put some salt or maybe some seasoning salt on there. That's up to you if you have issues with sodium or anything like that. But yeah, so it's crumbled up, ready to go. I'll just leave that over here. So here's my skillet. And the onions are in there, and when they start to brown a bit, I'll dump in the green and red pepper with a bit of water. So let's do that now. I'm going to cover this as well. Just helps it steam and soften quicker. Okay guys, the red and green pepper and onion have softened pretty much. So this is when I'll throw in some, just before it's finished, I'll throw in some spinach. So half a cup, it's up to you if you want to do this or not. If the water runs out, you can put some more in, just to keep the steaming cooking process going. So I'll do that just for like a minute before I add the tofu. Okay, so the spinach is cooked a little bit and shrunken down. So what I'm going to do now is add in the crumbled tofu that I showed earlier. The nice thing with this is it just has to be kind of heated up. You don't really have to worry about eggs and all the issues with cooking animal products. So I stir that up a bit, and then you can sort of break up any little chunks if you didn't. I like it to be fairly small pieces here. And then I've got this turmeric. This will make it yellow and gives it a nice flavor. I put in the recipe half a teaspoon because people ask, how much. But I kind of go by eye. I'll put some in, spread it around, and sort of go for that yellow color. There's so many things you could put in a tofu scramble, that, like mushrooms and garlic, whatever else you like. Other veggies. So I'm going to add some more. I like to, sometimes I put fresh tomatoes on top, chop them up, like after I take it, put it on the plate, or as well as ketchup. Today I'm just going to use ketchup. Don't think I have any tomatoes on hand right now. So there, I'll just let that heat up a bit. Yeah, so we'll just let that cook a bit more, and for a minute or two, heat it up, and dig into that. Okay guys, the tofu scramble's ready. Looks so good, eh? I also made hash browns, which I'm showing in another video. These are just baked. Check out that video that I'll be posting for that as well. So, have the tofu scramble with a side of either the chunky breakfast potatoes that I have, or these shredded hash browns. Such a good tasty meal. Check that out, guys. Isn't that pretty? I'll put ketchup on there and dig into that right now. So hope you guys like that, and we'll talk to you guys later.